Hey everyone, I'm Dark Quarter and welcome back to Orwell. So last time, it's this summary of day 3, we were investigating mostly Nina, and unfortunately she died. And she was most likely the one setting the bombs. But there's more to this. There's this initiate hacker guy, don't really know anything about. So let's go on to day 4, shall we? Episode 4, Memory Hole. Just stick it in my memory hole. Said it. Oh, back again, Still can't believe what happened yesterday. We got the perpetrator of the bombings. Everything looked that way, but at what cost? Did we do the right thing? Flagging Miss Machinova as dangerous? What she did with a gun? Did we kill her in the end? Probably. I wish you could talk to me, at least this one time. Speaking into this one-way channel feels like barking at a wall endlessly. Worst of all, as you found out, Abraham Goldfels seems to have incited and planned the assaults. We need to get him, today. Right. He was helping Nina with the bomb thing. There must be some lead on him we have overlooked. We'll keep observing all others in case we learn something new. Right. Alright, let's check the reader. Let's see. Charge of multiple homicide. When prompted to surrender, the suspect instead shouted out aggressively while producing a firearm, aiming at one of the executing special agents. The suspect then opened fire, wounding Special Agent Redacted on the left shoulder. That's a weird name, Redacted. Is it Mr. Redacted or is Redacted your first name? In defense, Special Agent Redacted drew his pistol and returned fire as a situation briefing had already suggested to proceed with extreme caution. The suspect was hit in the chest twice, causing her collapse. An ambulance was called, but the paramedics were unable to resuscitate the target. Time of death was announced at the scene. Yeah, that doesn't sound very good. We got a call going on. Juliet and Harrison. What are you guys going to talk about? Yo, Donald speaking. Harrison, this is Juliet. Isn't this your office number? You working on Sunday? Look, as much as I appreciate that I am once again so important to you, I'm a bit in between things. Harrison, Nina is dead. Quit bullshitting me, not funny. Take a look at the TNB if you don't believe me. What? She's been associated with the Bonton bombings. I can't believe it. Nina, you stupid piece of... Why no hell? There's more. I spoke to her yesterday. She called me. I never heard her so scared. She said she was being tracked by someone and needed to skip town. She just wanted to let me know what was going on, in case anything happened to her. Then she packed a few things and went on her way. She did message me about someone tracking her as well. Thought it was this hacker who screwed with our page. What did she tell you? She suspected someone to be wiretapping her calls. She wasn't exactly willing to talk about it. I don't know for sure, but I think it could have been the police. Oh, this is fucking brilliant. How long until they discover a connection to us, huh? They might be listening to this very call as we fucking speak. About Nina. Why would they? We didn't do anything. Or did you? No, damn it, but it's become blatantly obvious these gov assholes are trying to set us up. The bombs were exactly what held our protests. Then those letters with the song that Ava obsessed about. And now you tell me you've been in contact with Nina just yesterday? Pretty much proof they've been waiting for. We're cooked. Oh, that was Harrison. I'm sorry. Huh, you really believe that seems to be a natural reaction. They must be setting us up, because we didn't do anything for sure. I must understand it, almost. Huh, you really believe that the government has it in for us? I thought you and the gov were best friends forever. Now, after reading your opinion pieces, for what reason would they be after us? Why now? What did we do? Speak up against them 1 inch many times? The fuck do I know? We should seek help just in case. Help? Who's going to help us? Joseph Langley might be worth a shot. Who? Cassandra's lawyer. Don't you remember? A freaking lawyer? What do you want him to do? Bust law enforcement? The government? He understands our situation. Abe also knew Joseph. I talked to him recently. Bah, really, Jules? They make the laws, they break the laws. We will need to speak in a language they don't understand, not in one they own. So I take it you've got a much better plan, huh? We need to get the people on our side, turn things around. Abraham knew that. Yeah, you're right. He did know that. So now you're set on miraculously achieving something that Thought spent 1.5 years attempting. It's not about Thought, this is me defending myself. Well then, what's your defense plan? There's this guy. A guy? Uh-huh. Goes by the name Initiate. Might actually be a girl. Who cares? Look, this hack on the Thought blog, it was a very elaborate hack. Our site is super safe, I'm not an amateur. That guy, girl, whatever is skilled, and Initiate mentioned having no sympathy for the Gov. You're gonna trust a random hacker who targeted Thought simply because he said he doesn't like the government? Why would he first threaten us and then work with us? Leave it to me, Jules. I'll persuade Initiate with ease. Imagine the possibilities with our own hacker. Okay, you know what? Have it your way. I'll have it mine. Arguing like the good old days. Is your utility is still Jules secure? Might be more secure than calling each other. Yeah, it is. Let's get going. There goes my chilled Sunday morning. My mind is still spinning around what happened to poor Nina. Watch yourself, okay? What, are you worried about me, Jules? I didn't know you still... no. Bye, Harry. Okay. Interesting conversation. Let's see. Well, yeah, you guys are already of interest, so... yeah, you're being tracked. You were in Thought, weren't you? I didn't think we found Nina. Okay. Let's go to Goldfels. They know each other? Very well, this could be a new lead. I will request to consider Joseph Langley a target. There's another person in our database, because we're so convinced we're doing the right thing. Huh. We have clearance to proceed. We are going to need to know some basics on who Joseph Langley is. Remember to check old sources. Other than that, focus on hints to Abraham Goldfels. He's the center, the crux of all this. Gonna have to look for the hacker too at some point. Okay, let's see. Juliet. You are there. Come on. Saturday, Sunday. She sure works a lot, but then again, so do we. Yes, we do. Alright. She has a Utel account. Right, I guess we'll be able to track that. Okay. For Harrison to Initiate. Hey, was us. I know for a fact that you were messing around with Nina's PC yesterday. I have no idea who you are and why you suspect us of being involved in the Bonton bombings. Were these usual circumstances, I wouldn't care less about a weirdo like you. Why I do care about you now, though, is that Nina is now dead. Dead, you get it? As in fucking killed. Killed by law enforcement. Soon enough you'll have some serious explaining to do, and it won't be to me if you get what I mean. Lucky you, I'm not running to continue this ridiculous battle or whatever this is. Now we've all made ourselves comfortable in the same sinking ship. I want to suggest something better than battling each other. You claim to be righteous, then be righteous. Become a member of Thought. You said you're not on the Gov's side, so why not be on ours? Is that so? So Thought is still active? I thought Mr. O'Donnell left Thought. Now he's actively recruiting for the group. Makes his exit seem unlikely. Yeah. Interesting. Let's see. Oh yeah, I've got to check the headlines. Alleged perpetrator of Bonton bombings is dead. Investigator success in Bonton bombing case. Alleged perpetrator killed in her apartment. Explosive devices discovered. Yeah. Let's see. Investigative. Listen, I don't like reports I don't like the reports either. We needed to cover the fact that this happened somewhere in public. We cannot frighten people. Sometimes the truth and knowledge have to divert for the common good. That doesn't sound very good. What's wrong with the truth? Investigative success in Bantan bombing case. Alleged perpetrator killed in her apartment. Explosive devices discovered. Delacroix shows relief. Nina M., alleged perpetrator of the Bantan bombings, was dishonorably discharged in 2011. Bantan, the perpetrator of the recent attacks across Bantan, has been identified and arrested. A special forces team stormed the flat of Nina M. yesterday evening, after evidence suggested that she was the lead suspect in the case. When confronted by the special forces, Nina M. drew a firearm and fired at police. The team returned fire, killing the suspect in the process. Upon searching the apartment of the deceased, special forces discovered nearly half a dozen additional homemade explosive devices, which Nina had created with easily accessible chemicals, hardware, and military equipment. So military equipment is easily accessible now? Investigative forces have indicated that the military-grade equipment belonged to Nina M. during her military service, which she was allowed to keep when she was dishonorably discharged in 2011. Whether this might pose a motive for Nina M. to commit the assault is only speculative at this time. Upon receiving the news, Secretary of Security Catherine Delacroix showed relief. Our endeavor to find this evil individual has finally been crowned with success. I have never had any doubt about the capability of our investigative methods. This concludes a dark chapter in the history of Bantan and all the nation, Delacroix stated. Okay. Alright, more stuff. Heavy rainstorm ravages Bantan and Farview. Strong squalls of Little Matilda uproot. Little Matilda. So that must be the name of the storm. Uproot trees, damage cars and buildings in the Bantan Farview area. 4 people get injured. Firefighters called more than 300 times. That's a lot. On Winston Street in Farview, multiple cars were buried under trees. Forecast had predicted bad weather for Saturday, but no one had been expecting harrowing results of this magnitude. Trees were uprooted in the Bantan Farview area, obstructing streets and burying cars underneath them. Luckily, there have been no casualties reported, with only 4 people being injured. In contrast to that, the material damage is expected to reach into the millions. Firefighters in the area were called to more than 300 operations and temporarily had a hard time to respond. Meteorologists have confirmed the storm caused by Low Matilda is among the 10 worst rainstorms in the history of Bantan and Farview since the very beginning of weather recordings. It's a long sentence. Alright. So it was a big storm. Exclusive interview with gym founder Ronson. Okay. Our very own Jeffrey Paxton got the exclusive chance to interview gym founder Tyler Ronson after he opened his 100th fitness studio. Tyler Ronson flew all the way to Dewhurst for the grand opening of his new studio. Your startup just opened the 100th gym in the nation. How does that make you feel? Good. The Projection magazine reported you actually went to the grand opening in person to test out all the equipment. Let me emphasize this, every single piece, by yourself, before you would give the green light. Is that accurate? Of course I did that in every gym studio I've opened. Really? You must be kidding me for sure. I do not kid. Doesn't sound like it. So, I understand you come from a pretty poor background. Your family had 6 children to feed and your father was unable to find work for a large amount of your childhood. How did you overcome these obstacles to become a nationwide respected entrepreneur? My father always told my brothers and me, boys, there is not a problem you cannot solve. Go out to face whatever hinders you and punch it in the face as hard as you can. So I did exactly that. He punched the like button in the face. An interesting metaphor. It's not a metaphor. Okay. What do you mean by that? I went to the bank of my parents. They were highly indebted to this bank. I went straight to the manager and punched him in the face as hard as I could. I have to admit I am well surprised, to say the least. What effect did that have? At first it went down pretty hard, hit his head on his glass table, but when he had recovered he was impressed with my strength and my boldness. He suggested an investment model for a gym chain, and then came up with the name Gym. So, what does Gym stand for anyway? I think he never actually told anyone. Will you tell the Arboretors? It stands for Gym. It's all capitals because I thought it would look like it had more energy that way. Wow, he sounds kind of dumb. Okay. Well, that's all the headlines. Let's see if there's anything. Yeah, notable alumni. Joseph Langley. Yep. Alright. I couldn't do this stuff before because he wasn't a person of interest, but now he is, so now I can send a picture. Well, that was some time ago, wasn't it? Yeah, but it's the only picture I have right now. He's got his own law office. Graduated from Stelligan. Right. I don't think there's anything else. Nope. Alright. What else can we find? People. Let's see. What's different about this? I don't get it. Why did they show me this page? I don't know. Harrison's timeline. Alright, let's go to Harrison. You got a new poster. After a slow start on this chilled Sunday morning, this is gonna be my day, I can fucking feel it. Oh, in case anybody does recognize the woman next to me, let me know. Just kidding. Very obviously, don't be mad at me, Marker. Okay. So, this is the life you get when you get good money from the National Corruptor. I get it now. Okay. Somebody doesn't like that. What else? Alright, looks like... Alright, the old, case with, Cassandra started this whole thing. Get a more current picture. Right. So now there's law offices. Alright, profile. After my release from prison, I got involved in a violent knife fight and was facing a jail term for parole violation. Justice submitted a plea for mitigation, which was granted. Now I'll just spend 6 months in community service, then I'll be free man again. Okay. Mr. Joseph Langley, your reliable partner-in-law. Joseph Langley studied criminal law at Stelligan University in Bonton. Instantly after his graduation in 1992, Joseph Langley partnered with Kathleen Delacroix, a fellow student who is now officiating as Secretary of Security in the government, to found a criminal law office of their own, Delacroix and Langley Legal. He is connected to Delacroix. Okay. Wow, I didn't even know she had a law career going before she actively joined politics. Mr. Langley definitely has been around. Yeah, he has. So far so good on Mr. Langley's background. Excluding the connection to Delacroix, everything seems unsurprising. What we need to know right now is his connections to Abraham Goldfels, R's connection to Abraham Goldfels, and possibly the other members of Thought. When Miss Delacroix realized her ambition for politics in 1997, she and Mr. Langley decided to part ways. Joseph Langley kept his office, which was renamed to Law Offices of Joseph Langley. Since then, Joseph Langley has taken the side of the defense in the courtroom innumerable times. His record includes everyday cases as well as high-profile media-fueled trials. Alright. He's a year about in Argentina. He was military service. Okay. I doubt that means he has any combat experience. I don't know. Jeez. My wife mighty complained about me being abusive and I got charged with assault and battery for it. I turned to Joseph Langley, who successfully impeached her credibility. The scales of justice tipped in my favor thanks to this man. Expertise. We have experience you can rely on. Areas of engagement. Joseph Langley knows how to handle cases of various complexity. In his many years as a justice advocate, he has gained invaluable skills in a widespread area of the law. He engages in cases of the following areas: assault and violent crimes, domestic violence, drug possession, gun possession, driving under influence, corruption, contract violations, forgery and fraud, identity theft, copyright infringements, parole and probation violations. It's a lot of specialties. Significant cases. Joseph Langley's track record included the Lion Share scandal, which received nationwide media coverage in 2010. In that case, he defended construction entrepreneur Elwood Hendricks, who had taken on a government contract for highway construction. When it became apparent his road pavement was of inferior quality than paid for, Hendricks' firm became subject to corruption investigations. Joseph Langley took on the defense for Hendricks, during which he was able to convincingly argue that Hendricks had actually acted on behalf of the Secretary of Transportation, Greenway, who had taken the largest part of the money put aside in the fraudulent process. The case ended with a minor sentence for Hendricks, whereas Greenway had stepped down and was sentenced to imprisonment. Alright. Sounds good. Yeah, I remember perfectly well. No way anybody missed the case at the time. That was either courageous or dumb. Seemingly, it turned out to be the former for some time. Now it might be the latter. Okay. My son was charged for reportedly having dealt drugs at his school. Joseph Langley was able to convince the jury that this was all a big misunderstanding. Jeffrey is now a carefree boy again. Mr. Langley truly is the tower of strength when it comes to criminal law. Contact. Are you facing criminal charges? Don't hesitate to contact us. Never bet or rely on your luck when it comes to criminal charges. Bet on us. If you require assistance, consultation, or simply have a question, don't hesitate to call. Okay, we got his number. And we got his email. Our offices are located in the heart of Bonton. Come visit us at... Here's the address. Please contact us in advance to schedule an appointment. Thank you. Okay. So we got his number, location, email. Don't see anything new there. Let's go to listener. Chat with Juliet Carrington and Joseph Langley. Hello, am I talking to Joseph Langley? Hello there. Yes, you are. Who would you be? I'm Juliet, Cassandra's friend. We spoke a couple of days ago. Yes, of course. Hey, Juliet, how can I help you? Honestly, I don't quite know where to start. By the way, I heard from Cassandra. I'm sorry I didn't get back to you yet. Really? That's good. Where is she? It's not so good. She got arrested. What? Why? I was informed Cassandra has been taken into custody. Apparently they have new evidence regarding the attack on that officer. I tried to call immediately, but they claimed she didn't want to talk to me. That's their official statement. Where did they suddenly dig up new evidence from? I have no idea, but I've just had it with their shenanigans. It's just so annoying that I cannot talk to her. I've been trying every precedent I know to get into contact with her. Joseph, this sadly aligns perfectly with another incident. You've probably read the T&B today. You mean about the Bonton bombing's perpetrator? Yes, the woman that died, Nina. She was a friend, and also a member of our group, Thought. Oh no, I'm so sorry, I had no idea. It's okay, you couldn't possibly have known. But I did. You're right, this is very troubling. Come to think of it, Abraham asked me for a favor for someone called Nina once, quite some time ago. I hope it wasn't this Nina. Might well be. I doubt Abe knew many other people named Nina. What was the favor about? Oh, it was just a small thing, nothing of importance. A favor from Miss Matanova? This could be important. Follow this lead. I just spoke to Harrison, another member of our group. We agree the police might be investigating us next. They might be onto everyone in Thought now. They might lock us up straight away. I mean, can they do that? Well, even with a safety bill in place, they still need solid indication you're at all involved with the actual bombings. Although, honestly, I'm not sure what constitutes a solid indication these days. Is there anything we can do? That you can do, maybe? Juliet, I appreciate that you have come to me. It really is worrying, and I would take this on immediately were it not for Cassie. I made the mistake to set false priorities once. I owe Cassandra to get her out of this first. Joseph, Nina is dead. She got shot. There's no telling if we're next. Oh, well, in that case, no. Let's see. Where is he? Here we are. If I'd be in that situation, I would be trying to get my girlfriend out of there too. I need time to read into some more specialized codes of law again, write some emails, see if there's a legal limbo or basically anything I can do for Cassandra. Maybe I'll come across something that might help you as well. After all, these cases seem connected. It's all I can offer. I hope you understand. I do. It's kind of relief, thank you. I wish I could do more. I will let you know. Okay, bye. Goodbye, Juliet. Alright. Oh. Mr. Langley, what is this? Unknown person? Hello, Joseph. I assume you know who I am. It's come to my attention that one of your clients, a certain Cassandra Watergate, is currently held in investigative custody. As far as I am informed, the both of you have some kind of liaison. While this is not of my concern, it's heartbreaking to know lovers are apart from each other. I'm in a position to change that. If you deliver incriminating material for a person named Abraham Goldfels, a member of the activist group Thought, of whom I know you have been in contact with, let me know if you are willing to assist me in this, and I will see to it Cassandra receiving your helping hand as well. A friend. So is this the initiate, or... I mean... a new person? I don't know. Are you kidding me? Is this our hacker friend again? Could be. Okay, unknown person, urgent request. Laverne, please excuse me mailing you on a Sunday, but I have an urgent matter at hand. I'm driving to the office now, and I need you to use my private notebook. Can you please unlock the ID MAC address for our local network and server for me? Thank you, and have a nice Sunday. Okay. Oh, there was one thing I needed to mention. The head engineer warned me that apparently there was a glitch that caused devices we were monitoring to malfunction at times. You needn't worry though, this issue has now been fixed. Good to know. What's this? Joseph Langley. What's going on here? What an appointment. Okay. How would that be relevant? It was a few days ago. Okay. Let's see. Troubling. Very troubling. I'm sorry for what happened. But answer me this. 1. How can I join Thought when I'm already a part of it? Send me your answer. Is there already a member of Thought? What? Who is this guy? He is a member already? Why didn't we find any hints at his history with thought then? Because he's an unknown dude? Timeline's TNA Web Warrior. Warrior of the Web. Status friendly to get express security flaw news. Okay. There's the web. No comment. Alright. His birthday. Kinda old for a hacker. Perhaps he's a little green alien living on a swamp planet. Oh, I didn't even look at the date. Okay. So he's hacking because he finds this entertaining. Can you explain to me what's entertaining about defacing and breaking stuff? Let's see. Yeah, I'm not gonna send that over. Alright, let's look at the first stuff. Alright. Open letter to Victor Rosen. Dear Victor, you are my idol. I really admire you and your style. You've got an awesome tech company you call your own and wear shiny snake leather boots that have probably been assembled by children in Yugoslavia. So many hamsters look up to you, wanting to be just a little more like you. There's not much more a man could want in life. Something is bothering me though. As the bright star of the tech world, you've got to improve your security. Look, if I used a login like Hosen and password da-da-da, it wouldn't be a big deal. No one would give a damn. But for a luminous figure like yourself, just imagine what would happen when somebody who's nothing as benevolent as myself would find those out and post them openly, say, on timelines or in any other social media platform. Embarrassing, wouldn't it be? All I demand in return is to have a chat with you personally. There's something that has been bothering me for quite some time now, even though I've got a glimpse into the rose and ivory tower already. Of course you would have. Everyone I know who is remotely into tech or programming wants to work for there. Which is quite mind-boggling to me. They actually hire a lot of interns and only very few people ever get permanent contracts. You were never available, so let's give that another try. I use a chat tool called Silent Scream. I've written that myself. Which will connect to any other chat tools, so use whatever you like. My nick for Silent Scream is Root. Okay. Interesting. Looking forward to hearing from you. LOL, I can imagine Rosen kicking butts with his leather boots right now. WTF, that for real? As for real as myself. Tried the PW trick. Tried the PW, didn't work, fake. He probably changed it ASAP. He ever get into chat with you? No, no chat, no message, no nothing. Bummer, I thought so highly of him. Okay. Okay. Community, listen everyone. Initiate made a little game for you. I call it Horn vs. Horn, and it will be available for everyone to play soonish. Those of you who want to play right now, drop me a line. I'll get you invited to the beta test. Okay. It's a weird menu. So freaking close, damn it. This sucks. I lose at everything I lose at this every single time. Are you not entertained? You're cheating. No way, Jose. My game's entirely fair. You need to... learn to play as much as you need to improve your orthography. This guy talks weird and like lead speak. Well, not lead speak exactly, but he's like... It's the way he like trades numbers, spells words with letters instead of words with numbers instead of letters. It's weird, hard to read sometimes. And so it begins. The Web Warrior hereby declares the data wars on all of you. Data wars? What's data wars? Tell apart what's right or wrong about me in here, and thou shalt be rewarded. It's a trap. Very well could be. Okay. What else have we got? Nothing here. We do have a listener. Let's see. Yeah, I did that. Mail from between those two. Unknown person is Joseph Langley. Joseph, it's done. Don't work too much. Laverne. Okay, this is Laverne. I've not been in contact with Abraham Goldfels for a long time. I cannot meet your demands. I will deliver additional information on members of the activist group Thought. Only if you mind our agreement. Cassandra Watergate must be set free. Tomorrow, not a day later. Okay. Let's see. Where are you, Joseph Langley? Alright. Huh, I didn't expect him to give in so easily. Let's wait and see where this goes next time he talks to members of Thought. Alright, let's see what's on the computer. Got the desktop. Oh, I was waiting for something else to happen. Let's see. Yang at 2 cent TNA, our meeting. Dear Mr. Yang, I would like to thank you for the business meeting. It was great to finally meet you in person. Your case truly deserves a dedicated and equally experienced lawyer. After some carefully conducted considerations, it is with utmost regret that I have to inform you I do not have the capacities required for a case of this complexity at this time. It would not be desirable to go into this case half-heartedly. I'm sure you will understand my decision. Again, thank you for your trust and effort put into this proposal. My hope is to be able to work with you on a future case when circumstances have changed. Until then, I wish you all the best with your case. Sincerely, Joseph Langley. Alright. Bank account. Why does he have a bank account? I mean, why is it in his email? Dear Mr. Langley, once again I want to thank you for having been available for a meeting so spontaneously last Thursday evening. Although I do not wish to rush you, you will understand that in a case like ours, time is of the essence. Therefore, I wanted to ask whether or not you have already come to a decision. Best regards, Yang Donghyun, CEO, 2 Cent Corp. Okay. Oh yeah, gotta go back to the other things. Let's see. Dear Mr. Langley, regarding your request to release your client Cassandra Watergate from investigative custody, we unfortunately have to inform you that your request has been denied. Though it is true Ms. Watergate is undoubtedly not directly involved in the incidents known as the Bonton bombings, we have multiple indications connecting Ms. Watergate to a group known as Thought, which is in turn associated with the alleged perpetrator of said bombings. Investigations have also brought up new evidence in the earlier case of the injury of a police officer, which demands reopening of said criminal case. Alright. So, what next? Feedback on your request. I've gone through your books for the 3rd time this morning as you requested, and sadly I can only confirm what I told you earlier. You may not notice it right now because it's a slow decline, but you're on your way to hit rock bottom some black day in the future, if this business trend continues. Excuse me, business isn't running so well, it seems. Too few crimes, I suppose. We must be doing something right. Excuse me for sounding like a broken record, but these are the major issues I see. Apart from your number of clients dropping steadily, your expenses since the end of 2016, especially via that credit card of yours, went up by a whopping 21 to an 18%. Any idea what that reason might be? Then there's this recurring donation that's been going on for some time. I can respect that you're helping out a friend, but you have to stop at some point. Seriously. If all those expenses are a must, well, I would definitely agree with laying off Mrs. Winters as you had mentioned. Due to the fact that your clients are dropping anyway, why have a dedicated secretary around any longer than needed? Or get her to work part-time. Or find someone who will work part-time for a lower hourly rate, ideally. Cheers. Karen. Okay. Ugly, but none of our concern. Okay. Alright, I already looked at those, so... Private. I need to ask you a favor to Goldfels. If I may address you by that name once more, my dear friend, in dubio. I hope this mail finds you in good health. First of all, I would like to apologize for not having been able to write you as often as I should have. I hope you don't think I avoided writing due to asking you about ongoing financial support for Nina. It wasn't that. I should not have asked you in the first place, and yet here I am asking again. There's a young woman, her name is Cassandra, who is a member of my debate club. She has undeservedly stumbled into trouble very recently, and required nothing but the best defense attorney. Of course, you immediately sprung to my mind after the wonderful job you did as counsel in my case. Without a doubt, you must have heard about the riots at Freedom Plaza 2 days ago, probably also about an injured police officer. I would not beat around the bush. Cassandra is the prime suspect for said injury. So taking on this case might bring some PR headwind with it. She claims not to have done the deed, and I'm willing to believe her. Should you be willing to take on a legal defense, I would be more than grateful. I will cover any cost in full, whatever you might need. Let me know your thoughts. Okay. So Goldfels got Langley onto the case and paid him for it. Interesting. Some pictures. Certificate of Appreciation. Active supporter of the Children of Parges Foundation. I've been skeptical about this foundation, but they have officially approved as a beneficial operation. I guess it's good cause after all. Alright. What am I doing? What's this? Wed. Conflict. Oh, yeah. About him being married, huh? Alright. Hobbyist fisherman. Alright. That has something to do with it. Interesting. And now just Langley with Cassandra. I see. Sis. Oh, browser history, okay. Cleared his browser history. Clever girl. Nothing in the trash. Guess he's more careful than some of the others. What have we got? Alright, First Bank of the Nation, got his account. The restaurant, $180. Jeez, expensive clients. There's office supplies. Okay. What else do we have? Private. Oh, I didn't drag over any of this stuff. Jeez. Alright. Ah, now we're friends. Maybe this friendship is worth investigating further than. Support. He might have supported the Bonton bombing's perpetrator. We have to investigate this further. Look for hints if there really was an ongoing financial support. Okay, let's look into Cassandra's case. And so the circle is complete. Counsel. So this is why they knew each other. Abraham Goldfels was his client. Which raises the question, what was this case about? Don't know, dude. Look it up. You must look it up on the interwebs. Okay. Let's see. Government case file, the government versus Abraham Goldfels. Government of the nation. The defendant is accused of breaching the terms of an employment contract with the plaintiff the defendant had entered on March 15th, 2013. Okay. Yeah, let's go with that one. Let's go with that's okay. Abraham Goldfels worked for the government. Are you positive? That's what it says. This is a true surprise to me. I've never heard this name here. Never. Someone must know him if that's true. Why was he sued over a breach of contract? The plaintiff's claim was granted through a medical condition of the defendant could be proved by his physician, Dr. Daniel Lyons. The court could see no justification for the defendant's absence from work. Since the defendant appears to be in a healthy condition at the time of the verdict, the court was able to recognize a breach of the terms of the employment contract, causing substantial losses for the plaintiff by the defendant. The defendant is sentenced to compensate the plaintiff by paying a compensation, I can talk, doesn't seem like it, but I can, equal to his previous salary during a 6-month time span. Additionally, the defendant must reimburse any salary he might have received during his absence. Okay. This seemed to explain a lot. He felt too sick for work, tried to get out, was charged for it instead, and found guilty. Considering the facts, the bombings are starting to look like a very weird kind of vendetta to me. High time we found Abraham Goldfels. Well, you have his address, don't you? Or is that the lawyer? Might have been the lawyer. Alright. My thoughts have been interrupted by a work proposal I consider intriguing yet also disturbing. Dear reader, yesterday a most uncomfortable inquiry reached me. Out of all the possibilities the universe has to offer, this is the one I would have expected last. The government has requested me to work for them. The government, the very same government bringing forth the dangerous safety bill, allowing to prosecute on suggestive evidence alone. I did not understand the nature of this call. They did their research, as they were completely aware of my views and all of my work at Stilligan. Why would they specifically call on me then? This got me puzzled to the utmost, and I cannot seem to work out what they would need me for. All I've been told is that my work would be needed on a large-scale, groundbreaking project. Buzzwords grew after meaning. Naturally, they would not elaborate on any questions. Naturally, I refused the contract. And no doubts they will call again. Yours sincerely, A. Goldfels. Goldfels refused at first, then took the contract off after all. Only then breach it? Odd. Yes. Hey Goldfels, you can't be serious. I would not want to see you work for the government, Abe. Don't do that. Nothing good has ever come out of anything they have done. You do that and I'm out. Your most loyal reader. Out. Just like that. Seriously. My friend, I have no intention to work for the government, yet I wonder what might be the root of all this. Whether it is something nefarious they have in store, and whether whatever it is might be turned into something good given the right treatment. Okay. So we have Central Medical Database. Alright. His birthday. His address. Abraham's address. Well done. I'll request a team for investigation immediately. Somehow I doubt he's around. Continue your work and I'll notify you when the team has reported back to me. Jeez, I cannot talk today. Patient has reported increasingly nagging pain in the epigastric region he experienced for several months, especially during the nights. combined with a feeling he described as similar to nausea. The patient also reported decreased appetite, resulting in a loss of weight over the recent months. The patient visited due to a referral of his GP to exclude carcinomas. Sonographic localization of the upper abdomen undertaken shows a dilation of the bile duct in the head of the pancreas. CT undertaken to clarify an infestation of lymph nodes surrounding and distant organs shows an infestation of para-aortic lymph nodes. No pathological findings on other organs. Blood sample taken to check for tumor markers, awaiting lab report. Lab report shows tumor markers, huh? A carcinoma tumor of the size of approximately 2.8 centimeters has been found in the head of the pancreas. Several para-aortic lymph nodes metastases have been detected. Distant metastases on surrounding organs cannot be diagnosed. So he's got a tumor, huh? It's not the tumor. Alright. Oh, cancer? The average life expectancy is 6 to 12 months. Unfortunately, the tumor has surpassed the state of being operable due to the metastases found on para-aortic lymph nodes. The patient has been informed about the circumstance as well as the fact that the average life expectancy is 6 to 12 months at this stage in the cancer, though outliers with years to live exist, which he seemed to receive composedly. Administering a palliative chemical treatment to improve the symptoms has been strongly suggested, but has been refused by the patient. So, he could die in 6 to 12 months. That is so harsh, but it does mean that this man has nothing to lose. What is wrong with me today? Jeez. Alright, so he's got cancer. That's not good. Alright, Sundown Fishing Club. Welcome, friends to Sportive Fishing. Had a tough and stressful day at the office. Your boss doesn't value your work. Documents are piling up on your desk. We've all been there, buddy. That's why we founded the Sundown Fishing Club, a club dedicated to men who deserve to cool off after a hard day's work. We are not only into fishing, even if the name suggests that. We barbecue regularly, play cards or other games, and have a good time in general. The Sundowners get together every Tuesday and Thursday, starting at 7 p.m. at the Savara Lake right between Bonton and Farview. I want to say Savannah. If you're interested, come meet us at the Lakeview Lodge on the south side. You may join the club at a very low monthly fee of $25. Come for the lakeside, but stay for a pint at the Sundown Fishing Club. Rules. It's very important for us, as long as you consider yourself a sundowner, to respect our rules. 1. Fish responsibly. Although a fishing license is not required at the Savara Lake, we pay regard to the official fishing quota. If you're only in it for the catch, make the release so the fish can see another day. Otherwise, you need to record your catch in writing using one of our catch lists. Mind the environment. Our property is well maintained as a pleasant place for our members to enjoy. Always take your waste with you. Also, do not light fires outside of the marked areas. Never leave an open fire without supervision. Also, be mindful of noise pollution. So no loud music or raging parties. 3. Members only. Potential new members may come and visit any meeting with the current sitting sundowner, and will be regarded as a temp member while they inspect our offerings. Relatives, spouses, children, etc. may visit special public events only after a registration of participation has been made. 4. Don't forget to present your trophies. In order to participate in the Catch of the Month award, you must present the trophy to the prize jury 5 working days before the end of each month. Contact. For any inquiries, send an email to Chairman Dan Kingsley via Kingfisher at Sundown Fishing TNA. Please do refrain from writing into the gallery comments. We will not answer any questions asked there. Thank you. Okay. Sounds pretty strict. Alright, let's look at the gallery. Let's see. Comments. And the Catch of the Month trophy goes to Joseph. A red band trout, 29 pounds. Congrats, mate. Oh, holy crap, this thing is huge. Thought it was a largemouth bass first. Congrats. Thanks, guys. Next week's first round of loggers on me. I wonder where a thing like that comes from. Never seen such beauty in the Savara. Also, cheers, Joseph. Here, here. Okay. I declare this year's season closed. That's our Dan right there. He takes double the loot. Greedy Dan, greedy. I take it that violates a quota, doesn't it? I am the quota. Well, even a broken clock is right twice a day, as they say. This has nothing, absolutely nothing to do with chance. Listening, you could occasionally learn a thing, or like this, the case too. Oh, so he's got like 4 fish. Okay. What is this? He has been around for some time as a temporary member. Now he has made the best decision of his life and joined us. Please welcome to the club, Abraham. Welcome, Abe. Didn't ask last time. May I call you Abe? Welcome. Saw you around last time. Sadly didn't have the chance to talk to you. We'll do next time. What? You came, mate? I thought you were a club for men. We just let about anyone in now. Is there any problem with Abe, Ron? You bet your ass there is, Dan. We never had a fighting club, and I prefer to stay that way. What? Bullshit. I talked to him all evening last Tuesday. Abe seemed perfectly normal. Why do you think this should matter? Hell yes, Norman. Fred told me he was practically asked out by him once. Proof enough that Abraham is gay, in my opinion. This is not of relevance to Dan. This is a men's club. Isn't that blatantly obvious what he's trying to do here? And he didn't even tell us right away. This secrecy is disgusting. Huh, that's a real bummer. Gays don't bother me, but it's really something we need to discuss first. Ryan does have a point there. Would you all please show some decency? You're discussing a man's sexuality in a public online photo gallery. Not only is that irrelevant to begin with, it also does not at all belong here. Hell, it does belong here, Joseph. Why does he keep this hush-hush? You should have just told us right from the start. Maybe he's here only to enforce the quota or shit to begin with. So why defend the guy? We start accepting fags, we're practically forced to accept women and children too. That wouldn't be the Sundowners anymore. Not the one I would want to be a part of. I think leaving the Sundowners is easier than kickbait, isn't it, Dan? Now I get why your wife Barbara divorced you, Joss. It all makes sense. You like other men a little too much. My position as chairman of this club obliges me to a neutral position on this matter. I understand the argument, but Joseph is right. This is not a discussion to be held here. This has also become far too personal. It needs to be discussed between all current active members. We will hold a discussion and vote on this during our next gathering. This thread is closed. Okay. Oh, Joseph Langley. Right. Barbara Langley asked what? Yeah. I would say he's, he's dating Cassandra, so he can't be married. So, let's see, where is he? Joseph Langley, there you are. Yeah. I don't think we should mess with Mr. Langley's private life this much. This isn't what we're after. Right. Conflict with an unknown data chunk. Alright, any more? Nope, that's it. Okay. Let's see. What did he do? Recurring donation, huh? Aha, so there might be something to this connection between Joseph and Nina after all. If we can find one last indication that this might be meant for Nina, that would be enough for investigative custody. Okay, $1,000. Wow. That's some donation. Alright, listener, what's going on? Harrison O'Donnell, huh? Who is he talking with? Hello? Wise ass? Anyone there? Oh, the initiate. Ah. So you found your way here, Harrison. Digging through your TL was a pain in the ass. Why didn't you just tell me you wanted to chat? When you told me what happened to Nina, I went straight on to research. I got the impression that the Gov is up to no good. great work, Captain Obvious. I did find something you won't like a bit. Orwell. Oh. What is Orwell? That's a good question. Oh no, we did everything to keep it outside the nation until we were ready for the revolution, and now. It's unfortunate people have become aware of it ahead of time. We must tread very carefully now. They will not speak so openly any longer, I fear. It seems a system that can put everything on the web under surveillance. What exactly do you mean by everything? Everything as in this very convo. Every call, web page. Maybe PCs, whatever. You're bullshitting me. I'm not, man. I'm not. I wish I was. Let's assume for a sec you're right. How do they pull this off? Storage alone is one thing, but actively going through all of it? They outsource surveillance to people outside the nation. Those people are supposed to collect pieces of data from websites, all kinds of communication and whatnot, and send it to the Orwell mainframe. It's safe to assume that nothing is safe anymore. How come we've never heard of it? Even more importantly, how come you have? Come on. I have very good connections to some hackers outside the nation. They knew a thing or two about secret recruiting for this shit, without letting the people in the nation know. Don't know how exactly they pulled it off, but they do. And that also explains what happened to Nina, I guess. This is so fucking crazy. Do they have no decency? No fucking respect for privacy? And for Nina? A real hacker network, huh? Unfortunately, we can't go after people outside of the nation. Hell, this is everything we fought against. Harrison, don't. You need to watch your tongue. I do not need to fucking watch my tongue. Please chill, man, or we will regret it. Oh, I will never again chill until this madness stops. I already got an idea, tailor-made for you. Man, if you discuss things like that here, you will get us both locked up. Let's meet somewhere then. Yeah, and say the word, and they will be there too. There must be something we can do to talk without the possibility of somebody snooping around. We can't just stand around doing nothing. Well, there's one thing. It's a bit risky. You're using my chat tool right now as well, aren't you? Well, if I wanted to live my life in a cage, I'd go live in a fucking zoo. This system needs to be shut down. Yeah, it's abominable, but yeah, I am. This tool has a built-in cipher. It's a custom encryption algorithm written by me. Easy to break, but off the record, and that's what we need. They probably cannot break this. Not right away. Gives us a couple of messages, probably. What are you waiting for? Go for it. Okay, I'll activate it now. Just remember to write quickly. And keep your fingers crossed this will work at all. Oh man, now they're encrypted. I cannot read this thing. I'm getting reports of an unknown cryptography here. Orwell should be able to break the encryption in mere seconds. Oh boy. Better hurry. I don't know what they're talking about. It could work. What do they say? I will need some time to localize the entry point, and then I'll only have seconds. One thing, what will you do with what I find there? Start a war on the government. Man, I don't know. You talking of war and shit gives me the chills. If it's a war he wants, well, he shall have one. We will have Mr. O'Donnell arrested before long. I can at least be certain of that. You told me you don't have any love for the Gov. You were already a part of thought. Now prove it. Your chance to do something with relevance to it, instead of hacking people's sites for fun. Oh well. Okay, fine. Time to get to work. National Beholder just published. Oh, best see for yourself. Don't forget to send me your stuff. O'Donnell out. Oh, this has some secret stuff there. What do we have? Is this group responsible for the Bonton bombings? Oh boy. I imagine you're looking my way now, aren't you? I have absolutely no idea who leaked this info. Certainly not me. Only very few people can access the data on our back end. This doesn't exactly aid us in our investigations. Quite the opposite, probably. We need to hurry. Bonton bombings perpetrator Nina M. apparently was a member of an activist group called Thought. Are they involved in any incidents? The group Thought runs a blog in which most articles are locked for the public. Has it been used for planning the assaults? Bonton. It seems that the Bonton bombings perpetrator yesterday, identified as Nina M., might not have been working alone. Information leaked to us from a reliable source implies she belonged to a Bonton-based group called Thought. This self-proclaimed activist group seems to be behind a number of violent demonstrations that have been held around Bonton. One of the articles on their mostly locked-up blog also quotes from Die Genkenden Sintfrei. The lyrics occurring in the letters spread prior to the bombings. If and how the group is indeed also involved in the bombings is left to speculation for the moment. We have already requested the administrators of the blog for an official statement, but have yet to receive any form of response. Okay. Well, that's not good. We're being exposed, it would seem. Let's see. Freedom is Unfree by Casarthus. It's cams. Cams everywhere, even at the Freedom Plaza. Is it just me, or is it that more than a little bit, I don't know, ironic? You probably all know him as either that blue-haired punk bitch, stupid cunt, or anti-government terrorist. Oh, I've already read this. Okay. Why is there a new thing here? So you're the guys who bombed the Freedom Memorial, huh? I already fucked you to I already fuck you to you. I hope you fuckers die of cancer, you traitors. I don't get why someone would kill people to get their message through. They will get you all arrested, every last one of you. Okay. So... Huh. Alright. What's new on here? Besides the... Oh, more comments I see. Dying Hill. Bastards, activist group my ass, you're a terrorist. Nothing more, nothing less. You dare judge about life and death? Judge not, lest you be get judged. Don't have to read that. Target for DDoS attack acquired. Server crash incoming. Screw all you punk ass bitches. I guessed here. You hide your articles? Why? Double poster. You're the worst of them. Well then. What are we gonna do now? We have another. Oh yeah. Your entanglements with suspicious groups. Dear Mr. O'Donnell, it has been brought to our attention you have actively participated in suspicious groups in the past or present. I consider it to be unnecessary to elaborate how this is against the work regulations and our expectations of neutrality towards every journalist employed by the National Beholder. We hereby inform you about the immediate termination of our work contract regarding the National Opinion column and any other articles, texts, or reports. The TNB. They found out. Ouch. Side effect of the leak, probably. I wonder what else got out of the TNB, and most of all, who did this? It wasn't me, dude. It was not me. Oh boy. Let's see. We want you out. Gish gish gish. Hegegegla. You are the thought? They get mind blown. Motherfuckers. Teach me how to build a bomb. I need to kill some kids. I know where you live. It's not hard to find out, my dear. Know what I'm gonna do now? I will buy me a sharp little knife. Then I'll get to your home. Wait until you show your ugly face. Then I'll slice it, all slowly and gently until it hangs from your bloody skull. Next, I'll stick the knife into your stomach. Disembowel you left or right. Watch all your guts drop on your belly. Then you'll hear me laugh. Looking forward to meeting you. Shame. Ugly MF. Ooh ah ha ha. Now you get what you deserve. Look at all those comments. Fucking amazing. What's your thought on the Illuminati? You receive funds from them? Wow, death-threatened people surely solves all problems. Sarcasm off. I wish there was still a death sentence in the nation just for you. Okay, the comments just keep piling on. And they're all on Cassandra's page. It's not fair. Alright. Now what? Anything else? I don't see anything. Offhand. Oh, let's see. Certificates issued to Mr. Joseph Langley's outstanding ongoing financial support of our actions over the years. Conflict with what? Browser history? No. Let's see. Feedback on your request. I've gone through your books for the third time this morning. Apart from your number of clients dropping steadily, your expenses since the end of 2016. I ended up with the reason for that might be. Then there's this recurring donation that's been going on for some time. Friend. So either he was donating to Nina, or he was donating to Children of Parges Foundation. Well, he got an award for it. I mean, he essentially has proof that he donated to them. There's no real proof that he sent that money to Nina. It's just speculation. Guess I'll just say that he donated to the foundation. Oops. Wrong person. Where are you? Here you are. Oh, this is what the donations are for. Guess Mr. Langley is off the hook then. I'm guessing. I don't really know. Hey, hey. Hey. Seems the Gov just fired the first shots our way. Seems so. I thought they might take longer to trace it all back to thought. I didn't expect that the TNB would openly write about it. Those TNB fuckers fired me. They did? So quickly? Wow, they must have really loved you. Now, there's another thing. Cass has been arrested, her lawyer told me. What? Fuck. Just as I thought, it couldn't get it worse. Oh, yes it could. Yep, but it was about new evidence of the officer injury, not those bombings. Looks like some ugliness is heading our way from all sides at once. Think the police will follow this lead too? Of course, it's just a matter of time. Harrison, I'm scared. Yeah. Don't be. Did your hacker say something? Oh, that. This guy's crazy, completely nuts. I don't know why I ever thought of asking him. Don't get your hopes up. Oh, damn. What about this lawyer you talked to? Seems like we will have use for him soon. Joseph says he's busy trying to get Cassandra out. That son of a bitch. Understandably so. What would you do if, whatever her name was, arrested, huh? What would you do if I was? Yeah, I get it. No need to lecture me, Jules. But Joseph did say he might give us advice if he finds anything. Yeah, of course he will, right after he sends us his invoice. You're not fair. You gotta face it, we're on our own in this. Wait a sec. Huh? He just texted me. Give me a sec. Hello, Juliet. Oh, hi again. I just had a look at the news. Yeah, it's exactly what we feared. It's looking pretty harsh, yes, but I made an interesting discovery that we need to have a word about. Yes? I need to talk to you and your colleague, Harrison. I was just chatting to him. I can set up a conference call. He's eager to meet you. That would be great. Give me a moment. He wants to talk. I'll set up a conference call. Wait. Nina mentioned the cops were wiretapping our calls. Said it yourself. Why not chat? I think a call is much more appropriate for legal counsel, raises less eyebrows, and chats might be logged just as easily, or just the average couple seeking advice, right? Couple? We need to do this. Don't speak too openly. Don't mention wiretaps, okay? I don't like this, but alright. Oh boy. What are they gonna chat about, huh? Hello? Hey. Hey, Joseph, seems this is working. Hello, Harrison, I presume. Yeah, and you're the law guy. Right, the law guy. Call me Joseph. Alright, Joseph. I just read about your group on the TNB. I guess this isn't exactly brightening things up for you. You could say that. So, Jules here has a fake faith in your skills. Joseph, can you elaborate on what you found out? Yes, okay. So, you all know the safety bill? Yes. Yeah. All in all, it's an aggregation of paragraphs to get people behind bars much more easily and to pry on their lives if necessary. If necessary? No, they use it as a sorry excuse for spying on people all the time, intimidate them. Yes, I understand. What's particularly dangerous about it for you is that individuals might be prosecuted by mere indication of threats to the nation. In specific situations, it will be more than enough to point at a word you said in a rage to consider you dangerous. That's enough to hold you for some time. But what's even more problematic for you is the so-called transitivity of indication. The what? You all form a group, an activist group. This links you with one another. Now, if there's sufficient indication that, say, Abraham created thought to commit crimes or even acts of terrorism, well, they've grounds to arrest you all. But we didn't do anything. How is this just? This is so freaking outrageous. They'll twist and turn their so-called evidence until they get what they need. You will need to be very, very careful from now on. We can do something about this, right? We need explicit evidence showing Abraham created this group to be peaceful, to prove it beyond any doubt. This is why I need to ask you about Abraham, to find out his original intentions. Well, ask away. The two of us were friends for a while, but I never got the feeling he told me a lot about what was going on in his life. He was quite reclusive. Indeed, that's what he was like, except when he was around Thought. How was Thought formed? He found out about me by discovering my blog. He said he wanted to start a debate club. I said fine. We had a couple of lame meetings. Nothing much happened. A debate club, then. That would be good. That could hardly be regarded as a terrorist cell. Yeah, but I was obsessed with getting his message out, make people aware what the government was doing. Okay, that could be misinterpreted. What about the protests? And we know why, don't we? Because in his mind, the government screwed him over because of him breaching that contract. We went with Nini's plan for the Circle Mall. Turned out to be a catastrophe. And Juliet, at what point did you join thoughts? During my studies, I met Abraham online by chance. He motivated me to take his course. Then Jules took over with planning for the other two protests. Mr. Goldfels seems quite the charmer, like all the people gathered around him. So would you say Abraham intended violence and outrage? No, Abe hated violence. He wanted us to stay peaceful at all times. That is positive. So it was an individual planning this. Did someone in particular incite this? False intentions and bad planning caused this. You, Nina, me, each and every one of us is guilty of deviating from Abe's intentions in their own way. Jules, you don't know what you're talking about. It was Nina. She neglected Abe's wishes, not us. Harrison, nobody is innocent here. Not me, not you, nobody. I fear this isn't getting us anywhere. To make sure you won't be prosecuted as a whole group, I need to speak with Abraham. He's gone. We don't know where, and we don't know how to reach him. Sadly, yes. Oh well, I will need to get back to writing some emails to get Cassandra out of this mess. Of course, I understand. Yeah. I suppose it's going to benefit you two as well as Cassandra's removed from custody, so don't worry. I'll get back to you. Goodbye, Joseph, and thanks. Yeah, thanks. Don't mention it. Goodbye. Well, your lawyer wasn't too helpful. Come on, give him a rest. This is a complicated situation for all of us. Yeah, so what next? I suggest we meet somewhere in town and come up with a good plan. What about the old meeting place? You mean that place? Yeah, of course. Just need to do something first. Don't let me wait too long, Kay. Yeah, see ya. See you there. Okay, so they're meeting at a mystery place, are they? I really wanted to keep setting that stuff as it was going on, but that was going on way too fast for me to keep up with and be distracted with it too. Let's see. Come on. Our findings so far have shown that Harrison O'Donnell has been involved in the planning of false protests. But since we know that Miss Matanova planned the first protest, this finding now leaves no room for him. Did we make a mistake? Was Mr. O'Donnell not involved with the planning? I don't know. Cause deviation from Abraham Goldfels' intentions. I don't know. He was working with Nina. I mean, he told her that the bombs weren't supposed to explode, but he knew about the bombs. He did want to scare people, but not kill people. Yeah, I'll say Nina, because she did want the bombs to kill people. And Abraham didn't. So I'll say she deviated from his wishes. I'm not sure if I'm willing to believe that this is really contradictory to what Abraham Goldfels wanted. If so, why didn't he do anything about it? I don't know, dude. Gotta ask him. Alright, they want to meet somewhere in town. A mystery place. Does that mean Stelligan? Somewhere important to them, huh? Shame they didn't say. But arresting either of them is out of the question at this time anyway. We don't have enough evidence against them. Because they used to... Yeah, they used to meet at Stelligan, right? At like a... Was it like a cafe or something? For their club meetings? Is that what she meant? How to Start Repairing My Notebook by Juliet K. Hey, so I got this new notebook for my studies as a Christmas present from my parents. It was working fine until last week, but after a short presentation at the media department expo, the damn thing just won't turn on anymore. I think something's loose on the inside. My dad said I should just return it, but I'm determined to fix this thing myself. So come at me, clever IT guys and gals. Give me some advice so I can call myself a real DIY notebook repair expert. I took a picture of the little troublemaker so you can see which make and model I'm talking about. Can someone out there tell me where to start and where I should be looking for? Thanks in advance. Have you tried turning it off and on again? Very funny, haha. Anyone here to give me some real advice, pretty please? Hey, Juliet K. I think your father is right. It's best return the notebook. The warranty will be void if you make a mistake or open the case. Or you can bring it around to the IT admins, room A101. They'll take care of it. In any case, do not try to fix it yourself. Yeah, I get the concerns about the warranty, but I'm willing to take a risk. It's just that I hate to let go of an idea once I've settled on it, if you get what I mean. This is such a girl thing to say. Why you have to be just so stubborn? Listen to the mod. Dear Julia K. I hope I'm allowed to speak a little off topic. Frankly, I rarely browse through this board, but I saw your posting and believe I saw you last week at the Media Department Expo. Weren't you the one who held a short presentation on ethics in online media? I found it quite captivating. I'd like to invite you to my media ethics course next semester, if it fits your schedule. Oh, and I'm sorry I can't be of much help with your notebook, but I'm very sure you'll fix it in no time. It's Goldfels. Oh, well, thanks for the kind words. Sounds interesting enough. I might just drop by. Alright, so that's how recruited her. And now we've got the PC number for her notebook, if she still has it. Let's see. So we're going to her notebook. Reread material for PR. Whoa. Oh no. What? What is this? What? Oh, what is this? What's going on? Connection to the main server has been reestablished. What? Why isn't this working? Do you receive my messages? Ah, there. Here we go. I just had a strange kind of connection problem. It was like the mainframe had vanished. Still got some data lost between servers in here. Seems it's all slowly going back to normal again. We had a joker who thought he could intrude our database. InfoSec says they have averted the attack. Jeez, that was weird. I rest my case. You're welcome. Let's start again. Hey Barry, Hey Barry, Marie asked me to get some specifics on the project with the internal code name Demiurge. I'll send the authorization key to access the requested info separately. Demiurge? I feel like I've heard that name before, and I don't mean from Greek mythology. I'll send the authorization key to access the requested info separately. Can you get our details on how it functions from a user point of view? The interface, the controls, and project milestone dates? We need the data by tomorrow, and Rami is overseas at the architect thing. The only other person who could get us that quickly I could think of is you. Care to help the new PR assistant out? Hey, Juliet, put a USB drive with the material you asked for on her desk. It's tons of documents including technical details, yet most of the specifics have been redacted by the clients. I hope Marie is aware the stuff is so confidential it doesn't even exist officially. No list on who got or is supposed to get which stuff, when and where, when and why. Don't get why PR needs this, but well, I won't stand in the way of Victor's grand vision of information sharing. Ask and thou shalt receive. After all, you had a key. Speaking of the devil, do me a favor and come around personally next time, okay? Even though you've just started here this month, you can for sure already guess what Victor has to say about mail exchanges in the company. Okay. Synchronous over asynchronous communication. Government in person, always. You're the best, Barry, thanks. I rest my case, you're welcome. Okay. Let's see. Goldfels. My dear Juliet, you are very welcome to write me in any way you find appropriate, and frankly, I'm happy about your open and honest message. Speaking to you, I got the impression that you are a very clever young woman, who is afraid to believe in herself, which is a shame because you certainly should believe in yourself. People will always find a way to be cruel, to be judgmental towards you. That doesn't mean you have to take it to heart. Let me tell you something I rarely tell to other people. I came to the nation from Greblingen, a tiny village near Stuttgart in Germany where I still have a family. It's one of those places where everyone knows everyone, without any exceptions. My childhood and adolescence were entirely determined by this atmosphere of being watched, evaluated constantly. It was made worse by the fact that I felt that I could not live up to all the expectations directed at me. I ended up trying to be who people wanted me to be. It was a maddening, abysmal stupidity. Horrid for everyone involved. I would never want you to make the same mistake, but it sparked my interest in what I teach, so at least there was something positive to come from it. Come to think of it, I'm part of a small group of people who are just in line with the topics you're interested in. I'm certain you would find yourself appreciated there. I'll give you more information in person in one of my courses, should you continue to attend, which I certainly hope you do. Looking forward to seeing you in the course. Abraham Goldfels. Well then. Dangers of the Omnipresent Digital Information. Essay by Juliet Carrington. The modern world is a transitory state towards omnipresence of digital information. Processes, goods, even money transcend their physical form and continue their existence in the abstract form of data, mere units of information that either represent or describe the associated object. While this yields a lot of comfort, especially regarding the speed of exchange and accessibility to said processes or goods, naturally this also has a downside. In this essay, I will consider the problems that arise from the nature of the omnipresent and arguably omnipotent information. This essay will focus mainly on two such problems: A, the unlimited reproduction of data, and B, the interpretation of bits of this is all crap that isn't the point you can do better. Oh, it's like a draft, right? That wasn't too bad. Let's see. Browser history. Alright, nothing really interesting, I think. Oh, what am I doing? Let's see. Thoughts. Stelligan. Bontown bombings. Timelines. National Beholder. Targets albums. National Beholder. Just contact. Okay. Let's see. What is this? Copacabana. Is that supposed to be Juliet? And who else is that? I don't know. Let's see. Listener. I've conducted a talk with the members of Thought. Of course, they claim to be neither involved in the bombings nor to be in contact with Abraham Goldfels. Thought was formed as a debate club at first, then it became an activist group. There's this Juliet Carrington who seems rather harmless, but this Harrison Donnell might well be a fanatic. Talking to them gave me the impression that he is Thought's leader, if one can call him that. He openly spoke out against the government and the safety bill. He certainly seems to be the fanatic type. Observe him. Remember our agreement. Okay. Is there anything? No. Alright then. So. How to find Gunther Ahrens. Missing persons worldwide. There's always hope to be found, huh? Oh. It's Goldfels. What is... My dear Gunther has been missing for several years now. One day Gunther did not return from work. Colleagues and friends claim they have not seen him, nor have any clue where he might have gone to. We put all our hope in the new possibilities of the web to continue our search and maybe find him someday. Gunther, I have not lost confidence that you are still out there. You would never abandon us. You wouldn't, I know it. If you ever read this, please call or write. Just give us something to know that what become of you. We are not mad. We will never be mad. We're just waiting for you. Your loving wife, Marguerite, and daughter, Ava Ahrens. Huh. So... he'd left. Why? This guy's a mystery. How could I possibly miss this? I'm such an idiot. It's legitimate to change your name when immigrating, yet very few people do so. That's what Mr. Goldfels, Ahrens, must have done. Yeah. He was reported missing in 1993, the year he immigrated. What did he do? I have no idea, dude. Huh. Okay. He has a wife and daughters, so I would say that's the real one. That's his family. Did he, like, leave them behind? Apparently. Why? I don't get it. Loving memory, Patricia Webster Goodman. Who is this? Children, Olivia and Ronald, and your grandchildren. Patricia Goodman, our loving mother, died peacefully on Thursday at the age of 83 at the Bonton City Hospital. Patricia was born as the youngest of 4 children to a simple farmer couple, Anne and Larry Webster. She grew up and went to school near Farview, where she met her soon-to-be husband, Ralph Goodman. They married in 1953 and moved to Bonton, where she would soon give birth to Olivia, and 2 years later, Ronald. He will always be remembered as the light in our lives. Rest in peace. Rachel Whitfield. Okay. October 19th, 1941, December 16th, 2016. Edited by your dear friend Maurice. Rachel Whitfield was full of life until the very end. From the day she was born and even today, Rachel brought smiles to faces wherever she went. She spent her life traveling the world as an aid official, trying to make it a better place. She succeeded. She went right into the hearts of the crises in Africa, yet Rachel would never ask for anything in return. I'm truly grateful for having met you. Gunther Ahrens. Age 63, passed away at his home near Bonton. Though he was friends with many, very few knew the true person behind his gentle smile. Although his achievements in life were numerous, Gunther was a person always filled with self-doubt. That is no wonder, considering the world wronged him over and over again. Yes, he has mistakes. He wasn't innocent. Who is? Gunther always did what he thought was right. He deserved better. I will miss you dearly, my friend. Anonymous. What? What's this? You're telling me we've been chasing a dead man all this time? This is downright impossible. I mean, he did write an email to Nina Maternova just yesterday, didn't he? I'm beginning to hate the fact that we can only look at primitive data without knowing the full story. The truth is in there, but I just don't see it. Damn it. Screw all this. Screw Orwell. I need to think. Look at all the facts again. Just watch for a while and let me know if anything new happens, okay? So the report from the team at Abraham's address just came in. It was completely abandoned. No furniture left. Nothing. Which is no longer a surprise, I guess. Huh. Charles Haney. June 2nd, 1942, December 16th. My husband Charles passed away last week after years of severe illness and suffering. I spent my whole life with this man and still wish I could have had more time with him. I miss him very much. Still, I like to think of his passing as a redemption, and for this I am thankful. We will see each other again. Okay. Gift for you. Oh. Attacking Orwell worked, but not for long. And not again, not this way. I got you a gift, though. Take a look at your thought web server. Handle with care. Huh. It's the initiates. Figured he was the one. This guy was behind the back-end breakdown. I should have known. That's why it was so pathetic. Okay. Is there anything new over here? No. Reader. Overview. Oh no. Whoa, that's big. Wait, this is the dude I've been talking to. Oh no. With all the new people on our site, proper introductions are in order. Why, hello there. Where did all these people come from? Might it be due to the fact that the fucking biggest newspaper in the goddamn nation just published an article on us? Didn't think they still had an audience that large. The irony is not lost on me. We tried and tried and tried to get our message through, but whatever we did, it wasn't enough to get your attention. And now you show up on our doorstep, uninvited, yet still wanting attention. Willkommen, bienvenue, welcome. Now that you are here, let's have a small chat, shall we? I've got someone here who's desperately eager to meet you all. World meet my good friend Benjamin Costigan. Oh boy. Benjamin, meet the world. On first sight, Benjamin seems like a fine man, doesn't he? He's 32, so in his best years, lives in a cozy house, even has a pregnant fiancée named Amy Peters. Never would you guess what a terrible secret he hides. See, Benjamin here is a government agent, in a project they apparently call Orwell. Never heard of it? No surprise. I hadn't either. They don't want us to know, at least not yet. Orwell makes it mind-numbingly easy to spy on all of you, just with a few mouse clicks. Ordinary people recruited from anywhere in the world make those mouse clicks seem as if it were all just a game. Then there's Benjamin. He's the guy who receives your data, has an elaborate look at it, and says, this is the one we'll put in jail. This is the one's life we're gonna fuck up. That's one hell of a job, isn't it? Now you might ask, where did this Hancock fella get this info from? The answer is from the Orwell project itself. Because the thing isn't even secure. No, I don't expect you to believe me just like that. I'd like to propose something better. Go and ask Benjamin. Oh yeah, I almost forgot that you don't know him. No problemo, here's his address. Oh no. If you would kindly visit him and send him my best regards, that would be much appreciated. Let's take care of the bastards that sit on the other side of this Orwell project, who dig through all your personal files and grin while they look at your nude photographs. Thought is your friend. We'll get them for you, promise. The thought must be free again. Oh man. You are in trouble. I am not friends with me. Where did that come from? I'll grant you to add more, if there's any. I want to know. I need to know. Well... No. Oh, yeah. No, no, no. How is this possible? This cannot be happening. I need to go home, now. Come on. This is bad. This is very bad. Oh boy. Oh, is this the end of the day? Geez, it must be. Okay. And while editing last time, I noticed that I did miss a data chunk last time, which sucks, but I don't know how it would have affected anything, but I guess my work's done. I can't see anything else that I need to do. I guess the guy left. Oh boy. Well. Yeah, he was compromised, alright. And Goldfels is just a mystery. Alright. Well, this is getting complicated. You've got to look up this hacker. Man. Could that be secretly the real Goldfels? I don't know. I don't know anybody else who thought. Man. Alright, well, I guess that's the end of day 4. And let me know what you guys think. Alright, well then, I guess thank you guys for watching. Thanks for being cool, and I'll see you next time.